Good morning, class 8th. We were reading chapter 5, Combustion and Flame. In this chapter, we have seen about combustion, conditions necessary for combustion, combustible and non-combustible substances, activity 5.1. Now in this class, we have to read presence of supporter of combustion. So students, open page number 67 in your science book and keep a pencil with you to underline hard words. So here I am going to read. The supporter of combustion, that is oxygen, must be present in sufficient quantity for combustion to take place. So it is necessary to have oxygen for combustion. So oxygen is a supporter of combustion process. Now let us perform activity 5.2 to understand this. Turn the page. To perform this activity, we have an objective or an aim to prove that air or oxygen is the supporter of combustion. First, light a candle and cover it with a glass jar or beaker as shown in figure 5.5. So first you have to light or burn a candle and you have to cover it with a glass jar or beaker as shown in figure like this. What do you observe? Why does the candle stop burning after some time? The candle burns till oxygen is present in the air inside an inverted glass jar, and it extinguishes when no more oxygen is left inside. So here you have to underline two words. Inverted means put upside down, and extinguishes means blow out. So we have seen in this activity that the candle burns only as long as oxygen is present inside the inverted jar. As soon as the amount of oxygen inside it is exhausted, the candle extinguishes. Do you know most forest fires are caused due to the carelessness of human beings? Now, ignition or kindling temperature. Does a matchstick burn on its own at room temperature? Why does it start burning when its tip is rubbed against the side of the matchbox? Why does a sheet of paper catch fire easily, whereas a log of wood requires kerosene oil to start burning? So, does a matchstick burn on its own at room temperature? Why does this happen when the matchsticks are rubbed on the side of the matchbox, then a fire burns in it? Why does it happen that a piece of paper or sheet of paper catches fire very quickly, whereas a piece of wood or log wood catches fire only when kerosene oil is put on it? Actually, different substances burn at different temperature. We have studied about it that different substances burn at their ignition temperature. Let us perform activity 5.3 and activity 5.4 to know more about ignition temperatures of different substances. So to perform this activity, activity 5.3, we have an objective to prove that combustion of wax takes place above its ignition temperature. So make a hole in a piece of tin or aluminium foil. First of all, you have to take a aluminium foil or tin and you have to make a hole in it. Now take a lighted candle and slide the metal foil just below the flame and above the metal wax as shown in figure 5.6. So after it you have to take a burning candle or lighted candle and you have to fix metal foil as aluminium foil just below the flame and above the metal wax as shown in figure 5.6 like this. What do you observe? Why does the candle flame first reduce and then extinguish? When the metal foil is placed below the flame, it conducts away the heat and brings down the temperature below the ignition temperature of the wax, resulting in extinguishing of the candle flame. So, in activity 5.3 we have seen when the metal foil is placed under the candle flame, it reduces the heat of the candle and brings its temperature under the ignition temperature and causing the candle flame to slowly lower and resultant candle flame extinguishes. Is that clear? Now turn the page. Let's see activity 5.4. So, to perform this activity, we have an objective to prove that paper burns above its ignition temperature. Take some water in a paper cup and put it over the flame as shown in figure 5.7 for a few minutes. What happens to the paper cup and the water inside it? So first you have to take some water in a paper cup and you have to put it over the flame as shown in figure 5.7 for a few minutes, and you have to see that what happens to the paper cup and water inside it. Does the water inside the cup becomes hot? Why? Now take another paper cup and put it on the flame without. What do you observe? Does the paper cup catch fire? Why? Heat supplied to the paper cup containing water is transferred to water by conduction. As a result, the paper is not heated till its ignition temperature and does not catch fire. When the paper cup is taken without water, it burns upon heating as soon as its ignition temperature is attained. So, do you know about the conduction? Conduction is a mode of heat transfer and it occurs in solid. So, we have seen in activity 5.4 that when we place a paper cup filled with water over the flame, the paper cup starts to transfer its heat to the water by conduction, due to which temperature of paper cup reduces from its ignition temperature, and that's why paper cup does not burn. But when we place the paper cup over the flame without water, then after getting heat, temperature of paper cup reaches to its ignition temperature and the paper cup starts burning. So students, that's all for today. In the next class we will see rest part of supporter of combustion. So thank you class.